Look, I absolutely love the Nets, don't get me wrong, but what an ugly win. I mean, my God, like, I just like, we were making jokes about this might be a weird type of night because it's the Raptors and the rough loss we just had, but those were jokes, man. We're the Nets. Come on now, like, such an ugly win. I don't mean to be so negative, and I know my mantra is a dub, and we will continue that. Don't worry about it. That's my Nindo. That's my ninja way. We will continue the a dub is a dub campaign, but God, that's such an ugly win. It just should not have been that hard. It's the Raptors. It shouldn't have been that hard. But that's fine. We're going to celebrate the first one of the season. I won't be too down on them. We're just going to speak about the positives and we'll move on from there. Welcome back to Nets Republic. I'm your host, Sever the Bond. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so please tell a Nets fan to subscribe to the channel. We are so close to 800 subscribers. Just a few more. Pretty, please. We're so close, please. Now, I screamed on you. You feel me? I screamed on you. That's worth at least a couple more subs, at least, because I screamed on you. But that's not here or there. Also, whenever you get a chance, go to dopejerseys.com and pick up some Nets Republic merch. But that's neither here nor there. Y'all, there's not really much positive to cling on to except for the fact that we did win, so this is our first win of the season, so thank God we're not going to have some type of losing streak that the talking heads can mull over for the foreseeable future. We did get our first win, so that's a positive, but Claxton is playing out of his mind. And he has been for this entire preseason / beginning of the regular season. We just haven't really had a chance to focus on it because other individuals have been doing so incredible. And really, let's just give Claxton his flowers right now before it becomes like the national Brooklyn Nets hot take. I just want to get it out the way right now. Claxton's playing out of his mind. I mean, some of the times where he gets the ball, runs basically full court, and finishes with a layup is Giannis-like, if we're keeping it a Thowie. And if he's going to continue to do stuff like that, not only am I clearly beyond here for it, but the league is in trouble. The league is in trouble if our center is doing stuff like that. But that's not him. That we might have our own little Pascal Siakam. Who knows? And that man scored quite a bit on us. I genuinely thought we were going to lose in multiple points of the game tonight. But we were able to outlast the onslaught from Pascal Siakam. Everyone stepped up and played their role, except for one individual who I said I was not going to be very critical of, but I got to put the watch on. Because this individual, he's testing my patience. Even though I said I wasn't going to get on to him, I said I wasn't going to be too critical. We got to wind up the Ben 10 watch for a second. So it started when it did, faster what it did. Which Ben Simmons did we get tonight? Boom! Boom! Boom, boom, boom! Which monster do we get this night? We received the Ben Simmons that does absolutely nothing. Now, I understand that he had double-digit rebounds, and that's cute. That's great. But what exactly did Ben Simmons do tonight that you remember? Let's really keep it a bean. We got the Ben Simmons tonight, not the one that defends, not the one that, well, I guess we got the one that rebounds if you want to count that. But what did he do? What did Ben Simmons do tonight? I mean, there were times I forgot he was out there. He's just out there running the laps. He's literally just running around. What does he do? If Kyrie Irving is going to bring the ball down the court, if Kyrie Irving is going to run the team, if Kyrie Irving is going to be the point guard, then what does Ben Simmons do? What is the point of having him out there? I'm sorry, y'all, but what does he even do? I don't know who's more useless, him or Steve Nash. He's a literal figurehead in the flesh on the court. He doesn't do a thing. He's not doing anything. Now, when it's his job to push the pace, run in transition, get his layups, get his floaters, pass out to other people, then I'm here for it. But we only see it for flashes. We see that for mild flashes in the game. We don't even see it all the time. I'm talking about you get a couple spurts in the third quarter where he's passing the rock around to individuals on the court and such, getting a couple assists here and there. But then he'll just be invisible. He'll be on his John Cena mode. You can't even see the man. He is just out there invisible. He's like a Snapchat message back in the old days. You get about 7 seconds worth and then he's gone. Mans is invisible. And my thing is, I don't mind him not scoring. That's fine. I don't mind him not being that aggressive. That's fine. My issue is when he's not doing what we're asking him to do. He needs to have an impact on the game. He doesn't have the luxury of just floating around and running laps. He needs to be impacting. His fingerprints need to be all over the game. He's a part of the big three, is he not? Or is it Claxton? I just want to know what that man does. I'll give him he was the rebound monster tonight, then sure, he can be that. But, you know, Claxton got a bunch of rebounds too. There's just no excuse. There's just no excuse. I'm kind of already fed up with Ben Simmons personally, but that's neither here nor there, because I want him to at least do what was advertised. I want him to run the team, and I want to see the impact he has. I want to see the fast breaks. I want to see him push the pace like he did in the preseason. And it's not like he's never done it and we're saying, oh, we want him to do it before. We just saw him do it 2 preseason games in a row. Do it in real life. Do it when it matters. But that's not here nor there. Let me take the watch off because I'm done speaking on Benjamin Button Simmons for tonight. But that's not here nor there. Joe Harris made his return. He hit a 3, and that was cool. That's about it. But he came off the bench, and he looked decent. So it's good to have Joe Harris back. We're just waiting on Seth Curry and T.J. Warren to come back as well. So that should be fun to see whenever it is that they come back. How do we win tonight's game? The Nets basically just hustled their way to a victory, if you want to say that. It was very back and forth. It was a very close and competitive game. It was only really locked away within the last couple seconds of the game because it was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. There was multiple times where the Raptors would go on like a 15-0 run and make their way back into the game. Then Kyrie and Kevin would do heroics. Then the Raptors would come on back to get back into the game. Then the Nets do heroics. Then they come back, and we just did that over and over again for about 4 quarters, basically. It's just we had the better stars, and we had stars plural. Therefore, we were able to win the game. That's basically what it is. Thanks to Kyrie's 30 points and Kevin Durant's very quiet 20-plus, we were able to outlast the Raptors, and we barely won. I have trouble coming away from this with positive vibes just because it's the Raptors, and it really shouldn't be this hard. But we won a game, so yay for that. Could have been worse. We could have lost. So a dub is a dub, and I'm happy for that. It just concerns me that we're having another one of those seasons again where it's like we just got to get the dubs where we can and hope for the best. And that's not where we should be living. We shouldn't be living in, oh, just make sure we beat the bad teams and keep it moving. We are supposed to be, like Kyrie keeps talking about championships, but it's like you're not playing to that level. This basketball at a high level that they keep preaching, I'm not seeing it. Maybe I'm being too negative, and y'all might be killing me in the comments, but it's just they keep talking about championships, y'all. They're saying it, not me. They're saying it. They keep screaming championships and working towards this higher goal. You can't do it if you're not playing at that level or that tier. But I don't know. Maybe maybe this is the shot in the arm they need to get back on track or whatever. It's only been 2 games. They're 1-1. That's 500, I guess. Maybe I'm just being too cynical. I don't know. I don't come away from this with my head held high saying, oh, you better not mess with the Nets. You better not mess with the Nets. I'm walking away with, whew, whew, glad we got past them. Huh? That's the vibe I'm getting from this game. So whenever it is the Nets want to wake up and play to the caliber which was advertised to us, by all means get to it. Nice to know that Day'Ron Sharpe was not seriously injured. He's fine. Kevin Durant had a little bit of a scare towards the beginning of the game, but he seems to be fine. Claxton's fine. Everyone else seems to be relatively healthy, so we should be good to go. Royce O'Neal, flies around the court like a rag doll, and he just gets back up and shakes it off like Taylor Swift, and he's perfectly fine. So it's good to know that we've got a crash test dummy like that out there. And it seems that utility piece, we seem to have one every single year, whether it's your Jeff Greens or your Blake Griffins or, Bruce Browns, and now it seems to be Royce O'Neal, which is cool. Tell me, am I wrong in this assumption that before them, was it Rondé Hollis Jefferson? Let me know down below. Am I off on that? Let me know. You feel me? Let the kid know. But that's neither here nor there. I'd say it was Jared Temple before that, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the game down below. Kind of a short video just because, they won, but I could be really critical, but I'm trying not to be. So I've got mixed emotions, and I don't know how to feel about the game because there's so much negative, but I just want to focus on the positive because they won the game. So let me know your thoughts down below. It's a very complicated vibe and a very complicated video, but let me know your thoughts down below. This is Nets Republic. I'm your host, Sever the Bond, and I'll see you for our next game. Hopefully let's check and see who the next game is. Let's see. Hopefully it's not anyone super difficult or anything like that. Who do we play? We play, got dog hair on my phone. Who do we play next? We play, oh God, the Grizzlies. Enjoy your weekend. That's all I'm gonna say to that. Enjoy your weekend, and we will see what happens on Monday. That is how I'm ending the video. Well.